As I'm sure you're all aware by now, G Amato recently passed away. And if you saw On Cinema 2 weeks ago, you know that I filmed it on location at the Manor. After filming, I got the chance to spend some time with the old folks there, G in particular, which led to a great friendship. In fact, in the last 6 or so days of G's life, he became like a father to me. As you all know, G was a connoisseur of vintage soup. So every day, during the last week or so of his life, I brought him a vintage soup from the 60s or 70s. So every day we'd sit there, and G would enjoy his soup, and tell me stories from the old country and the different celebrities he's pissed on. Well, the night before he died, I threw a party at the Manor, and it turned into a bit of a rager, I'm not gonna lie. If you saw last week's episode, you already know this part. Anyways, everyone was pretty drunk, myself included. Well, at one point, G broke out his box of movie memorabilia, and we're having some fun with it. Now, this is the part I'm a bit ashamed of. You know, G had his prized can of cream of mushroom soup that was featured in a Ma and Pa Kettle movie. Now, this was one vintage soup that G had no intention of ever eating because it was so valuable, and because it was the oldest soup he had ever acquired. In fact, I think it was from the 1940s. Anyways, by the end of the night, I had convinced G to crack it open, and he went ahead and downed the whole thing. In my defense, I was under the impression that soup aged like wine. You know, like the older the soup, the better it tasted? But it turns out that soup can go bad, and apparently it was the can of cream of shrimp that was the straw that broke the camel's back and killed G. So goodbye, G. You ain't coming back. Now I'm going to end this by singing one of G's favorite hymns from church. You shall cross the barren desert, but you shall not die of thirst. You shall wander far from safety,